In today's video, the lockups have got us saying, she didn't, did she? What happened when Moomoo's ex sold $250,000 worth of his stuff? And what went on with the clash of the mamas? Well, let's find out together, shall we? Hello and welcome to Lawd Lukan. It's time to clock in for another shift at the drama factory as we start work on another episode of Love During Lockup. On today's show, Moomoo's in trouble.
You just got caught lying for real.
Bonita's causing trouble.
He don't know that I sold his stuff.
Ayesha's got trouble coming.
Oh my God, is that blood?
Justin's ex is making trouble.
I'm just a bank to him.
And Angel's bringing the trouble to the table.
He should support himself. And that's where I come in. Him.
All this and more, right here on the Lawd Lukan channel.
$5,000? $5,000? Who do a ring cost $5,000?
Good morrow, bon après-midi, and yoroshiku to you. Big loves to those who've subscribed, you beautiful people. And a bowl of boulet baiser from Marseille to the lords and ladies at the Lukan Manor. Well then, mon petit pois, another week has passed in lockup land, and we're on to our next episode, number 4, which means we're pretty much halfway through the season. This week's episode is called The X Factor. See what they did there. Which is kind of fitting, really. You've got people desperate for a shot at love, people who think they're nailing it but absolutely falling apart, and some Englishmen in the corner dishing out shade and wearing his trousers like a scarf. Don't know what you're talking about. And our first stop today is with, oh, really? Well, yay, we're off to Nevada to see what's happening with Emily and Justin. And what a shame, Emily's tour of Bella's is now coming to an end.
So my week-long tour at Bella's has come to an end. I made around $5,000, which is a little low.
So if she was actually charging $2,500 for an hour and had to give Bella's half of it, then she only got chosen 4 times. But luckily for her, she's got a bunch of horny old men that want to make content with her. That whole content creator or digital creator label really doesn't mean too much these days now, does it? People have managed to devalue it like the British managed to devalue the whole Burberry thing. What used to be high fashion got taken by the chav community and ended up looking like this. Nice. Same with the creator label. For example, Mo's sister, Calendar or whatever who cares their name is apparently a digital creator, which basically means that she's unemployed and posts a ton of stuff on Facebook. OG Cam, Lalu's little big deal rapper, is also a creator, creating some posts that might just make your stomach turn. Now, I'm not a big Christmas guy, but Daddy had a nice sized little box under that tree this morning. Somebody trying to get gingerbread icing licked off that ass on this lovely holiday, I see. But then his mum goes and leaves this comment. Merry Christmas. Delightful. So he says, now mama, why would you comment on this post? Oh mum, you went and ruined it again. I think that's what you call a bona fide G-fail. Another digital creator is Dale the Fail Troyington. But at least what he posts is kind of funny though. His lives had us all rolling with laughter.
No, that's not my name. That is not my name. My name is not Dale. My name is Troy. My middle name is Dale.
Yeah, always good for a laugh. Good old Troy. As is and what amazing content do they create? Well, apart from all that lying stuff, scamming people with fake non-profits, and pretending to be famous, like they did for those meet and greet sessions that they did, which was just them sitting around while, nobody really cared. They've only really put out one piece of creation since the whole Dalegate escapade. It was one of those haul videos, which is pretty much the lowest form of entertainment. The kind of thing that Alexis likes to try and keep her onlinery going with. It's the whole I've been shopping video. Like this. Quite literally, I've been to BJ's and check out what I've got. There's a walks around with a face like thunder, and they show you all the useless crap that they bought. Wow, yeah, that's great, yeah. Pasta. Nice. I think that shelf is a lot like their relationship. It's clearly broken, but neither of them can be bothered to do anything about it. Just ignore it and maybe it'll fix itself. Like that little bit of debt that she got sued for. Whoops. She was much more successful online when she was beating up Dale and getting arrested. Allegedly. Maybe she should do that more often. It was much more successful though than her candle company, Nera's candle company, or her face mask company, Masked Beauty. Or that merch line that her and Troy were doing.
How much is these aprons? What, $12?
Yes, the aprons is
The
$12.
apron $12. This apron $12. Sweatshirt $45.
Quality. Anyway, back to another woman who likes to pretend that she cares about stuff to try and hide the fact that she's totally self-absorbed, totally selfish, and totally not a complete bee to the itch. So Emily goes on a video call with her son Drake. She does her crying routine, and Drake is, totally missing her.
I'll be home soon.
Okay, yeah, no worries. He couldn't really care less, could he? Wow, what a great relationship they must have. But after about a minute on the phone with the child that she professes to care so much about, she asked to speak to her mum instead.
Hey, Mom, will you go on? Hi, how's everything going?
And it's moments like these when fake people like Emily try to get the innocent non-fake people to make it look like she's on the phone all the time and totally gives a crap about everything else.
All right.
I love you guys.
I love you too.
Okay, bye.
Was it me or was the mum a bit confused about why she'd called? And a bit unsure of the whole I love you bit?
Hi, how's everything going?
All right.
She was like, all right, what are you calling? And the I love you bit sounded a bit forced and a bit unsure.
I love you guys.
I love you too.
Okay, bye.
Good job. Probably the least sincere and natural phone call since a called the cops because her family was MMAing her in the Airbnb. She doesn't really care though, does she? She's way too busy concentrating on herself to be bothered about all the stuff that she's left behind.
I would say that Drake and I, we both struggle with time apart.
I'd say he was pretty fine with it personally. Didn't seem at all distraught on the phone. And it's not like she spent that time maintaining a meaningful relationship. It's so easy to say when you're trying to create the illusion of a caring mother, and so easy to see through when he's like, okay.
We make it all worth it and we cherish the moments we have together.
I don't believe it for a second. What a load of rubbish. I bet she guilt spends when she sees him. Sure, she'll buy him all the Robux and iPads that a kid could possibly want, as long as it doesn't interfere with her drinking, going to theme parks with her mates, and that weekly podcast that nobody watches. Yeah, I bet it's real quality time that she puts in. So now she's got some content to film, and Justin just loves the idea of it.
But money-wise, I think it's the best decision for us.
For us? Yeah, all right, Cupcake. She says, scanning the ceiling for a reasonable excuse as to why it's good. Yeah, it's the best thing because, yeah, if their eyeline is up there somewhere, it's a pretty good indicator that they're lying to you. That's searching for something that doesn't exist.
Because I want people to help him out as much as possible.
Oh, so it's not about creating the best life for you and your kid then. So now the kid comes third, behind an inmate who she's known for 5 months, and a career in courtesanery. Well, I guess she's only a courtesan when she's in a legal brothel, and now it's just normal sort of hookery.
My only goal in life is to have that recurring revenue. Every single month, a guaranteed income that's coming through.
A guaranteed income. One that comes in maybe once a month. Where you could, go to a particular location and perform a specific task. Maybe even, regularly. Let's say between Monday and Friday. Or even a particular time. Let's say 9 to 5. So then you can see your kid afterwards. Meh, if only something like that existed. Well, I think Emily's gone and invented what we might call a job.
My son loves lobster.
My son likes Lamborghinis. Doesn't mean I'm going to buy him one. And what's with their car door? Looks like the passenger opened it up when a car was coming along. Whoops. And Justin, who hates what she does quite like the cash though, as she apparently sent him about $5,000 last month. And again, what the hell are they doing with thousands of dollars in jail? Did you know? In federal prisons, you're allowed to spend up to $360 a month. State and county prisons allow up to $160 a month. But if, like Justin, you've got a disciplinary against you, you're only allowed about $25 a month. So they have to borrow. And in prison, you repay what they call in UK prisons as double bubble. Or you pay back twice what you've borrowed. But in the US, it can be up to about 3 times the amount. Or repayment in favours. And you see this delightful haircut that he's got? Probably owes somebody for that. Then Justin says the quiet bit out loud.
I'm in here. That's what a relationship with somebody in jail is like. You need to be able to depend on them financially.
So he's admitting that the fine print of dating a prisoner is that they're going to intentionally milk you dry. And it makes me wonder if the ex that willingly set him up with Emily was doing it so that he could have somebody to send him some money. Hence why she's not quite out of the picture yet.
Justin is actually in touch with 2 of his exes. Brittany, who set us up.
See, the ex who's still in his life and acting as the fixer.
Also Liz. who I've caught Justin talking to, and she's trying to ruin our relationship.
And the one who's happily throwing food at Emily in the teasers for this season. So we quite like her. In my little mind, though, Justin wasn't supposed to have fallen for Emily, because Liz started to become quite protective and even messaged Emily.
Personally message me and tell me that Justin's just using me and that they plan to be together when they get out.
So for the few months that they were together, they spent many weeks of that arguing.
And that just had me beyond messed up. We were fighting for weeks and weeks after that.
Wow, what an amazing relationship they're trying to keep going. He's clearly doing it for the money, and she's clearly doing it for the money. And the limelight, and the free marketing. It's like being strung up to one of those medieval torture devices, but it's not really working properly, so you get up and help the executioner fix it.
When I first found out Justin and Liz were still talking, he was on the phone and he said, "Oh."
As in, oh, she knows? As in, oh dear, that means our plan is rumbled? But is Justin just playing both sides? Like a bit of the old switchy flippity floppity switcheroo business? Telling Liz that he'll be back to her, whilst telling Emily that she's the love of his life. From my 2 cents, I think that he thinks that he's in love with both. So she's using him to get herself onto a reality show and promoting her lifestyle, and he's using her to fund his stay in prison. It's all so toxic, I think I might need a hazmat suit. I wonder if you could actually buy a hazmat suit online. Well, if you want an economy one, you can go to Alibaba and pick one up for about $13. That's a delight, isn't it? Definitely safe. Or you could get one from eBay, if you don't mind a bit of the old second-hand radiation. Or if you're feeling frisky, you could order one from Amazon for only £111 or $152. Oh look, it's got a review. It's more of a steel factory costume, defo not radiation proof. No shit, Sherlock. I wonder how he found out. Did he rock up for his first day at Chernobyl and went home with 3 arms, thinking, I think the description is not quite accurate. I also love this part of the description. Application scope, suitable for aerospace, fire protection, police explosion proof, racing, metallurgy, forestry, and chemical industries, and power industries, etc, etc, etc. Note, the aluminium foil is damaged and peeled off. It is strictly prohibited to use it once a week. Good job. And Frank, or radiation poisoning Frank, as his mates like to call him, totally bought one anyway. Good job.
She's saying how I'm just a bank to him. I'm somebody to talk to when he's bored. And that's what he says to her.
So, Emily fake cries again. I got really bored, and then we head up to Alabama to see if Ayesha and her busy mate Crystal can cheer up the proceedings. But like radiation poisoning Frank, she didn't read the description properly.
Why the hell is the road turning into dirt?
Because we're not in the city anymore.
Wait a minute, goddammit.
I did in fact search for Prattsville and see what was so amazing about it. And the best thing apparently that happened to Prattsville is that on February the 17th, 2008, it was hit by an EF3 tornado, which destroyed more than 45 homes and businesses and damaged over 700. But to be fair, some people thought it made an improvement. Ayesha's got some cool Converse though, check these out. I like those. So they've arrived at Mikhael's auntie's house, and we get one of those super awkward first meeting conversations.
Mikhael told me so much about you.
We call him Michael.
Okay.
Oh, we're off to a good start. Getting their name wrong is always a really good way of endearing yourself to them. So at no point did she actually ask him about his name. Like, hey Mikhael, how come your name sounds a bit Russian? Yeah, she did quite well, really. She managed to start off with a thing that annoyed her.
Why is his name spelled with a K?
His mother did that.
Okay.
Good job. So how do you ask to go into somebody's house without actually asking to go into somebody's house?
It's really nice out here.
This is going really well, isn't it? I bet she's really glad that she drove those 3.5 hours just to get turned away from prison and have a really awkward conversation with William the Worm from Labyrinth. At least he was hospitable.
Come inside and have a nice cup of tea.
Did he grow up on this street too?
Yeah, a house right up the road there.
Up this way?
Up there? Well, that road is what most people refer to as a forest. Oh look, it's even got a random little car thing that kids play with. Oh, but what's that? Is that a person crouched in the trees? So, tell me your man's a serial killer without telling me that you're going to end up in small pieces and stored in a freezer.
What Mikhael told me about his land is that it's peaceful, it's isolated.
So, Auntie takes them to go and see Michael's land, and it's totally not scary.
gonna walk up there? I'm not.
No, you're not.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's not like it's in the middle of nowhere. Strange people crouched in tree lines, and it's getting dark. It's totally not like most horror movies. Whatever you do, don't split up, don't get out of the car, and definitely don't go on foot into the woods. Okay?
Okay, you stay here.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job. She even manages to leave the lights on, so that battery will be nice and flat afterwards. And they're totally not scared at all, and Crystal doesn't really pick up a stick for protection. Unless that stick comes with recoil and a safety switch, I think she's being a little optimistic.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
This looks like where a drug lord would be located.
A drug lord? What do you mean, like a cocaine dealer that might be in a prison that you couldn't go in and see? Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. It's just a little trailer thing, you know, in the middle of a woods. I don't know what you're worried about. It'll be fine.
What's that?
Police tape?
Turn that. What is
Was
that?
he arrested here?
Oh my God. Is that blood?
Well, so they've managed to break the first few rules of a horror movie club. They've split up. They've left an old woman in a car in the middle of nowhere with the lights on. They've gone wandering into a dark woods at night time. Now, whatever you do, definitely don't open the door and definitely don't go in there.
You sure you want to go in?
Oh my God.
We'll be back later on to pick up their bodies, but until then, we're off to the safety of Baltimore, Maryland to see Gigi, Moomoo and Bonita. And it seems like Moomoo is a right little budget Warren Buffett. Although I believe the correct pronunciation is Warren Buffet.
The things that I own, that I worked hard for. I got a tow truck company, I sell cars, I invest in real estate, all legit though, like everything legit.
How legit his claims about having a legit business is pretty much anyone's guess at this point. There are a bunch of tow companies in Baltimore, but none of them have a reference to anybody called Damond or Moomoo. So Moomoo's Motors, the tow pro for your pro towing, for example, doesn't exist. But that's not to say he doesn't do what he says he does.
Between my chains, my watches, my cars, probably like 250,000.
But he went and left all that stuff with his not-so-ex-fiancée Bonita. And as he doesn't trust her, he needs to get it all back. Maybe also because he's figured out that if it all goes south, she'll be off trading all that stuff for cash. And there'll be more pawning going on than an afternoon with Emily. And seeing as Gigi isn't too happy about it either, he's decided that Mummy Dearest should go and do it for him.
No.
Well, it'd be cool.
Turned into a single mother very quickly as well. Bills were due. So Damond, he don't know that I sold his stuff.
Meanwhile, over at the Golden Brothers Jewelry and Pawn Store, where Bonita's meeting a friend, and she takes us through the experience of being with a Moomoo. They fell in love quickly, had a baby quickly, and
Turned into a single mother very quickly as well. Bills were due. So Damond, he don't know that I sold his stuff.
whoops, yes indeedy. While some of us already knew before the season started that she stole a bunch of his stuff, I'm pretty sure we didn't know it was $250,000 worth, where I started to become a little bit suspicious about how true all that was. If she's selling the cars, wouldn't she kind of need the paperwork? Or would she have sold it to the kind of people that didn't worry about that kind of thing? Let's say she only got half the value of the stuff that she sold. Did she already blow through 125K's worth of money? So I'm thinking one of two things happened. Either he didn't have 250K's worth of stuff, or she didn't know the value of it and just sold it for whatever she could get. And I kind of think it was a bit of a mix of both.
And I lost my engagement ring, so that's been weighing on me, trying to figure out how to tell him.
Yeah, now do we believe that? The woman who sold all her man's expensive stuff just happened to lose the pricey engagement ring. I'm smelling something fishy here, and it's not Bonita's vagina waffles. But luckily, the Golden Brothers just happened to have a ring which was a lot like the one that they sold to Moomoo. So all she needs to do is buy that one, pretend like nothing happened, and it'll all be fine. Right?
This ring is priced at $4,990.
Oh, bitch.
So I'll take that as a no then.
$5,000? $5,000? Who do a ring cost $5,000?
This guy. See what I mean about not knowing the value of stuff? Anyways, back at Gigi's house, and Bonita isn't the only one that's putting up the fakery to make everything work. Moomoo is telling Gigi that after he's got all his stuff back, everything will be fine.
Outside of my childhood.
She know that you're in a relationship?
No.
Yeah, this'll be good.
I don't think everybody knows.
Sorry, that's the wrong answer. The correct answer we were looking for was, of course she does. I totally told her everything about you. He may know a thing or two about towing, and maybe even about cars, but he sure as hell knows nothing about women.
And then now you saying like, no, hell no, none of my baby mothers know about you. So it's like, I caught you lying.
Yeah, just wait till he tells you the plan about you and Bonita at the same time. You'll love that one. Damond has the touch of the demo dick about him though, doesn't he? He finds a woman who's attractive, intelligent, and has a little bit of class about her, but can't keep his hands off his dysfunctional baby mama drama. I do think he'll regret losing this one. Off now to Phoenix, Arizona for the kerfuffle in the urban shuffle. It's the clash of the hot flash, the battle of the tanks in Spanx. It's Angel versus Laurie. Oh, and sort of Kayleigh's there too. So it all kicks off with an atmosphere that's cold and frosty to Snowman's chili bits.
My mom
How are
here.
you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I think I prefer the conversation with Michael's auntie. Sure, it might come with a House of Horrors by the Bates Motel group, but it's slightly more welcoming than an afternoon with these two.
There you go, love.
Thanks.
Talking crap, are you?
Did I mention I've got a thing? I've got a thing I have to go and do. It's been lovely to see you, but I've got an appointment with, bashing my head against a wall.
So what are you thinking about Mickey getting out?
What do you feel about Mickey getting out?
Well, at this point, I think we need to play a game. You may have your Super Bowls football game, but here at the Manor, we go one better. So brace yourselves for the game of the century. It's the Shade Parade.
Forget the Super Bowls, we've got a better game. Who's the most passive aggressive? It's the Shade Parade.
Oh yes, that's right, sports fans. The rules are simple. Each contestant gets a point for throwing low-key passive-aggressive shade, but they lose a point if it's deflected by the other person. Each point is given in the shape of Kayleigh's butt, and the winner has the most butts by the end of the game. So, first to play is Laurie.
You haven't been there for him all this time. Are you sure you're ready for him to come out?
Ooh, that's a low blow to start off with. Laurie's not messing around, so she's definitely got the first point. But can Angel bring it back again?
Oh, I've been there all this time. I just didn't condone his actions.
Expertly done, and that destroys the point that Laurie just got. We're dealing with some pros right here, but Laurie's not taking that sitting down. She's got one more in the chamber.
You parent how you choose.
Okay, well, it's not as strong as the first one, so I think that's only worth half a butt, so one cheek to Laurie.
Correct. I parent slightly different than you.
And that was quite a restrained reply from Angel. She could have gone for a real doozy there, but she did stick to the same level as Laurie.
Obviously.
Okay, well, I don't think that's much of a talk there, so let's see if she's got any more to add to that. She's even started throwing so wildly that she starts taking out the innocent bystanders.
This little thing over here has spent over $42,000.
That's kind of a rude way to talk
on him.
about me like I'm not
$42,000.
Collateral damage! Yeah, well, she's just not in the same category as these two heavyweight brawlers. So Kayleigh gets a -1 butt for just sitting there. But how does Angel feel this one?
That's her mistake, not my mistake.
Like it, realistic, good sense of poise, reasonably nice delivery. That's our point back off Laurie.
But when she starts to...
Oh, that's a fumble, but can she pick it up again?
Struggle. And then I feel like I'm footing the bill for your kid.
It's okay, it's not really shade-worthy. More sort of blamey than shady. Not entirely sure if it's with the rules that Laurie's bringing Kayleigh into this. Sure, she needs to learn how to say no, but it's like throwing a puppy to honey badgers.
Well, if you didn't use her identity or take her money before, then she may have more money.
Ooh, and it's a kick in the camel toe. She's gone low with those blows. That's a point on the board for Angel. Laurie's on the ropes. She's going to need to bring it back at this point.
We have completely grown past that, so I don't do that now.
Nope, sorry, you're not allowed to play the victim cards in this round. So, Angel keeps a point and takes the lead. The editor even went to put some sad music underneath it to try and curry a bit of favour. But it's not washing around here, thank you.
I spent $740 on one outfit for Mikey because her credit cards all declined.
And again, Kayleigh takes a ricochet from that shot. I'm considering upgrading her to a full -1 bum, but I'm going to give Angel a chance to see if she can deflect for them both. I know, it's an unprecedented move in the Shea Parade finals, but I think we should give her a chance.
The little player does not need to look like a little player when he gets out of jail. He needs a job. He should support himself.
And that's
you
where
should
I
not
come
support
in.
him.
And there's blows flying left and right from Angel. Although Kayleigh didn't get the deflection by proxy, so she's been upgraded to a -1 full butt. No point for Angel though, as the judges have ruled as no shade.
They're a grown-ass adult. They should support themselves. They have a family. They need to take care of
that
themselves.
That is being neglected.
I think that's almost worthy of a cheek, but not a full shade comment. But she's saying that she neglected her son. I think that's worthy of a cheek. But with just a cheek on the board, Laurie feels like she needs to follow up with a combo.
Why is she struggling month to month and calling me for help?
Because she's a dork that married an inmate.
she's like, you know, I'm just sitting here, right? She could take another -butt for being the dork that married an inmate and for taking the shot from Angel. But Laurie's not finished there.
Be a
And that's why I think you're such a mom.
Ouch! That's a savage blow from Laurie, which calls an end to this round. And the scores on the doors. Laurie's in the lead with 1.5 butts. Angel has 1, but losing with a whole -3 butts is Kayleigh, who wasn't even supposed to be in the battle in the first place. But that's not the end of this game, but it is the end of this video. So join me next time for the thrilling conclusion of the Shea Parade. Find out if Bonita manages to replace the ring. Does Ayesha manage to leave the traitor alive? And who cares about what happens with Emily? We've all done things that we regret. Little choices that felt harmless in the moment, only to loom large a mile down the road. It's easy to convince ourselves that we're making the right call, that good intentions will somehow outrun the red flags that we choose not to see. But life has a way of reminding us that timing matters, that hesitation has a cost, and that the moment to act is always now and not later. Because the truth is that the road doesn't punish you for your wrong turns. It punishes us for pretending that we didn't see any signposts at all. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll be back for part 2 of this episode. Thank you to everybody for all your comments, likes, shares and hypes. I really appreciate your support. We've nearly even reached 5,000 subs. Man, I couldn't have done it without you and your beautifulness. I truly appreciate you more than you know. So if you like what I do, then please do like, subscribe or check out one of these little beauties. And until I see you again, stay beautiful, love to my 3, and you take care of yourself.
Please subscribe now for our like. Thank you.